Today we are baking peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. And this recipe came directly from the back of a Jif peanut butter jar. And it is my favorite peanut butter cookie recipe to date. So we'll start by creaming the sugar and the fats. Use brown sugar, don't substitute white unless you like those cookies to be a little bit crunchier. And use shortening, don't substitute butter or else they run across the pan in a greasy mess. So yeah, just the peanut butter, the shortening, the brown sugar. We're going to get that all mixed into the KitchenAid using a blending spatula attachment. If you don't have that one, that's fine. You might just have to, push the mixture out of another kind of attachment. So that's why I start with that one. So getting this all mixed in together. And there we go. Can you hear the dog eating a bone in the background? She's so gross. Anyhow, add those couple ingredients in, get them mixing. And while that's going, then we'll go back in and add the milk and the egg and the vanilla. Or I used heavy cream, I think, in this case, because that's all I had, and it works. While this is going, do have the oven preheating to 375 and lay out a piece of foil because you'll set those on to rest and it'll finish the cooking process. So now I'm making the dry ingredient mixture, flour, salt, and baking soda. Once I have everything all in the bowl, I'm just going to whisk it to get it incorporated, whisk it for the biscuit, and it'll help it blend a little bit more, the wet, when we combine the wet and the dry ingredients. You like my baking soda? I bought a massive quantity of it during COVID. I'll be set with baking soda for the rest of my life, I suppose. If you need to borrow baking soda, hit me up, HMU. So yeah, just get all that stuff in there, give it a whisk, and then we're going to combine the wet and the dry. And once this dough is prepared, you can still, make your little dough balls if you would like, and just freeze them. And then, do half a batch now and a half a batch later. Just adjust the baking time a little bit longer. Kind of like you can do with frozen cookie dough you get at the store. This is the consistency. Oh, it's so thick. It's so good. It's so good. So this is when I add in the chocolate chips. I don't know why, but chocolate chips are greasy now. I don't know what that is. They're really smooth. So you can see me kind of pushing the chocolate chips into the dough to try to mix it in a little better before I make the dough balls. I bake these on a cookie sheet that is not greased. There's plenty of fat within the peanut butter and the shortening. If you like a cookie to be crispier on the bottom, you can. But I prefer them this way, and a little bit of the crisp that putting them on a piece of foil does after cooking. So I've got them all together and just press them down with a fork, making an X. Flatten them a little, it'll give them a lovely little crazy shape. And then sprinkle with sugar because they're just not sweet enough. And I just learned after cookies come out of the oven, they look like that, you can put a cup around them and circle it, and then they look better.